Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? Welcome to a brand new series. I'm going to be taking Mexico through Qatar 2022, the World Cup. Obviously, the World Cup mode has just come out today. So I thought, you know what, I'll just do a series, try and take Mexico as far as we can through the World Cup. So yeah, obviously it's a tough group: Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Poland. Argentina and Poland are particularly difficult for different reasons, but you can't underestimate Saudi Arabia as well. I think they're going to be a real test. So yes, should be interesting. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. It's not going to be too long of a series. I think it's going to be, I don't know, maximum probably about six-ish episodes, depending on how far we actually get in through to the if we can get into knockouts and how far deep we can get into it. I'm trying to put it on to world class. I normally play professional, but I'm going to try world class. See if it's too difficult. If it is too difficult, I can always put it back down to professional. But, you know, on one hand, I want to keep it entertaining for you guys, but on the other hand, I don't want it. I don't want to get smashed into, 3 games and get knocked out in the groups, because obviously it's not going to be a very good series. So, just going to tweak my lineup. I think my starting lineup's pretty sick. Put Gucci on instead of Charlie Rodriguez. And then probably maybe just sorting out the bench. We do have 5 subs in this tournament, as well as obviously the Premier League this season. So normally I don't put goalkeepers on the bench, but I'm gonna have Macedo there just in case. You never know what's gonna happen. But I think 5 subs is more than enough, to be honest with you. So we're going to go straight into the first game against Poland. Obviously, world-class difficulty. Got to keep Lewandowski quiet. I think it's going to be a tough task. But yeah, I mean, that's the starting lineup. I think in FIFA terms, it's pretty much a decent starting lineup. But I think it's going to be a little bit different in real life. So let's just head straight into the game, guys.
Music licensing reimagined.
So yeah, how cool was that cutscene right there? It's pretty cool, showing all the fans and things. So yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm going to do minimal editing for this series. I'm going to have pretty much 99% of the game play in the video. I'm not going to cut too much out, mainly because I figured it's going to be a very, very limited season or series. So I figured, you know what, I'll just keep most of the stuff in, just so you can see what happens and have a bit of a better flow for the game. It gives me a chance to talk a bit more about what's going to happen in real life and what's going to happen in the actual tournament. It's going to be in like 11 days or so. It's coming around really quickly. So yeah, obviously world-class difficulty Poland right here. Starting off the game pretty scarily. I'm thinking, oh no, 4 minutes in. It's going to be a tough game, guys. But yeah, I mean, the big talking point for the real life is obviously Santi Jimenez, the striker situation. Sorry, I just wanted to let you know, I just want to cut myself off that Raul Jimenez, for some reason in this game, in this mode, is bald, and it's not his real face as well. I'm not quite sure what happened. It might just be a glitch, it might just be an oversight on EA's part, but yeah, he's bald, and it's really, really weird. But anyway, let's try not to focus on that too much. So, yeah, the striker situation in real life is pretty difficult. Obviously, Raul Jimenez is still injured. He's only just started group training. And, but Tata has come out and said, like, if he's fit, he's going to come. So, it's going to be a difficult one because obviously it's Funes Mori, Santi Jimenez, and obviously Raul Jimenez, as well as Henry Martin, 4 strikers. And Tata's come out saying that I'm not going to take 4. So it's which one gets dropped, and for some reason Funes Mori is untouchable. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think he's been that great great at all for Mexico. Really, he's got a couple of goals and that's it. Henry Martin is in the form of his life, I think, for Club America. I think he fully deserves to be included. Santi Jimenez, man, he's in Feyenoord right now. He's playing in Eredivisie, and he's killing it. He's the Europa League's top scorer, and the kid's been in Europe for 4 months. It's outrageously awesome. He should be there. I mean, a Mexico striker succeeding and doing well in Europe should be in the World Cup. My point of view is that obviously Raul Jimenez is going to get called up if he's fit. It's Raul Jimenez. He's obviously Tatar's main striker, his number one favourite. If he's fit, which it looks likely he's going to be fit, probably not for the first game against Poland, but definitely within the World Cup he's going to be fully fit, and I think Tatar's going to take him. So that's one of the controversies involving the Mexico national team at the moment. We're going straight into like 29 minutes now, guys, and we're still 0-0, which is pretty cool. Obviously, it's world class, and I was conscious of the fact that it was world class the entire time. And, I was a bit worried, but you know what? We're doing alright. Half an hour in, we just got to get to half time and then try and go for it in the second half. Then they launch a long ball over the top, which they've been doing quite a lot this game, really, but. Just a simple knock into the box, but Ochoa is going to be really important in this tournament, in this career mode, as well as in real life. And the goalkeeping situation is in one of the talking points. Obviously, Talavera looks like he's going to be the backup, and I think Qatar is going to be the guy below them too. And yeah, what a terrible goal that is. It annoyed me when it happened, and it still annoys me. Pretty unlucky. You should see the replay here, guys. Obviously, it's unmarked. You don't want to leave Lewandowski in that much room in the box, but yeah, to kind of bounce off the goal, off the post like that, and just roll in, it's kind of annoying. But 1-0, first half, or most of the first half gone. It wasn't too bad, actually. I'm thinking, okay, cool, maybe I can stick it out world class and maybe nick a goal in the second half and keep it on world class. So it's looking likely going into it, so into the second half, or half time, shall I say. But yeah, the goalkeeping situation is another talking point. So I think Acevedo should be again in the squad. Tata Martinez said he didn't want to take Santi Jimenez because he's got a few minutes, but it's like, mate, it's your fault that he's got a few minutes with the Mexican national team. Like, you've had like 18 months now to ingratiate Santi Jimenez into the first team. He's done it a little bit. He's called him up a few times, but he's barely played. And it's a shame. Like we're in a generational shift. Players like Jimenez, Acevedo should have been more involved in the last 18 months. I mean, yeah, and Mexico has had a terrible 18 months as well, and I think if we'd been bedding in Santi Jimenez and Acevedo and Arteaga as well, loads of other players, if we'd been bedding them in and playing them regularly, then they would have been ready by now, and Santi Jimenez would have had much more experience. But anyway, guys, so 50 minutes in, obviously they go and score a second goal. Pretty much a little bit more decent than the first goal. It's clearly a good one and a good play, and it wasn't like a lucky bounce off the post like the first goal. So 2-0 down in 52nd minute. It didn't look too good, guys, but we're going to fight back. We're going to make some subs in a minute and hopefully change things up. Raul Jimenez disappoints me in this mode, in this World Cup mode. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with him. What a goal. That was a really good goal. So we're going to make some subs now, guys. Obviously 3-0 down, something's going to change. For me, in this team, in this career mode, I'm going to call it career mode because it kind of is, but it's not really. Herrera, Hachacha and Raul Jimenez are the weak points in this team. Gallardo at left back wasn't actually doing too bad, so I wasn't really too bothered about him, but yeah, Hachacha and Raul Jimenez for me are the real weak points in this career mode for Mexico. Just Raul Jimenez just doesn't do anything, like, really. I don't know whether it's because this game is world class and it's always the game screws you over at world class anyway. But yeah, he just didn't offer me anything. So I'm gonna give Santi Jimenez a try. He's young. He's got a burst of pace. He's got a good shot on him. I figured, he can come off the bench. He's gonna be basically my backup striker the entire tournament. I think he's gonna be a good player to bring on the 50th, 60th minute and make an impact. They should have gone 4-0 up there, to be honest with you, but Ochoa is having a really good game. I say really good game. He's conceded 3, but Ochoa is still Ochoa, and he's still a really good goalkeeper in the game as well. And he's actually a free agent at the beginning of FIFA 23. If you guys want to go and buy him for your career modes, because obviously Liga MX isn't in the game in FIFA 23, which is an absolute travesty in my opinion. But the plus side is there's a load of players like Vega and Charlie Rodriguez and Piojo Alvarado and Ochoa that are all free agents. So if you're playing like a Fulham or a lower level team, that's probably going to be some bargains, because you can probably upgrade half your team or the spine of your team with just spending a little bit of wage money. So it's something to keep an eye on if you are going to be playing career mode with him. So yeah, obviously it's a bit of a disappointing game so far, guys. You're gonna have to let me know how good or bad I am, based on this footage and the fact that obviously it's world class. Yeah, I'm definitely not a decent FIFA player by any means. I like playing FIFA, I enjoy it, despite all the glitches and all the annoying stuff about it. It's still a really good game, and it's still really nice to live vicariously through it, and make the transfers that you wish your club could make in real life and things like that. So, but yeah, I'm never gonna be in any competitions or anything like that, because I'm not that great at all. But yeah, they come close to a few times, haven't they? Obviously trying to get their 4th goal. It's been all of them in the second half, to be honest with you. I think I did very well going into the half time, 1-0 down, but obviously it's been all them in the second half, and yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, guys. I'm going to put Gennaro on just to shore up the midfield and replenish the midfield. But yeah, Cho's not having a great day, unfortunately for him. We're going to try and get a consolation goal though, guys, because obviously we're playing for pride at this point. Not a very good first game for Mexico in the World Cup. A lot of you, or I think a few of you, will probably be thinking, well, this is how it's going to go in real life. I think it'll be a lot closer in real life. I think if we can nullify Lewandowski, who's been a little bit out of sorts-ish of late. You just got a red card last night. Diabolical foul. Absolutely deserved red. So, but he's been a bit off. I think Barcelona have been a bit off anyway, even though they're the top of the league. But Real Madrid are, for some reason, are not challenging at the moment. But yeah, I think if Mexico can nullify Lewandowski, I think why not? Why couldn't Mexico get a result from this game? But we don't know the full roster list yet. That's going to come out soon. Mexico are going to be playing Iraq Iraq as I like to pronounce it, in about 3.5 hours, which is cool. I mean, it's not really cool because it's 4 a.m. It's going to be my 4 a.m. my time, which kind of sucks, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. So yeah, obviously there was a bad loss, and Argentina won as well, which is difficult for us now because obviously we need to keep up with those guys. So we're going to put it back down to professional, because obviously I don't want to get smashed in all, because we've got Argentina next. I don't want to get smashed in that game, so I don't want to get knocked out too early because I want to make this series an entertaining one and a decently lengthed one as well. Outrageous that I just saw that Messi's not starting. I'm not quite sure why. I think even in professional difficult, even in easy difficult, I think Messi should be starting. I have no idea why he's not starting. I can't actually remember if he actually came off the bench in this game. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, to be honest with you. I think there is definitely some bugs in this mode. There's a couple of things off with it. Obviously, Raul Jimenez's face is one of them. I just can't get over the fact that he's bald and he doesn't have his face. I'm like, I think he's bald because he's got a mask, that mask thing in game, and I think that might have glitched out. We're gonna go try and get a win here, guys, because obviously if we can get a win against Argentina, we're right back into this game in this group, and hopefully we don't concede from a shot like that. Ochoa, we're going to be relying on Ochoa a hell of a lot in this career mode, because My defending isn't that great, even though I'm professional. Passing is not great either in general. The passing in this game is horrific. You aim at one direction, it goes another. But yeah, let's just keep an eye on Ochoa today, because I think he's going to keep us in this game. Yeah, so let me know what you think about my starting lineup. Do you like it? Obviously, for me, it's different from FIFA 23 to real life. It's different. I think Gallardo shouldn't be playing left back in real life, but I think in FIFA, I think he's actually a decent left back. He's decently rated as well. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I've got Vega on the left and Trigger Lozano on the right, and I like to change them around a bit. Sometimes I'll swap around and see what happens, but yeah, let me know in the comments, like, are you happy with that? Would you start players like Lioness and Jimenez? I know a lot of fans in real life would start Jimenez, or at least have Jimenez play a lot more, Santi Jimenez, sorry, a lot more prominent in real life. But obviously we're going to let Trigger Lozano free here, and he's obviously going to get the Mexico's first goal of Qatar 2022. Very, very similar to his goal against Germany, to be honest with you. Just slipped in, and then a nice right for it to slot in to the bottom corner. Once he's in this position, he's not gonna miss from here, guys. He had a really good game for Napoli. I think it was 2 nights ago. Yeah, for Napoli, he obviously scored, and I think he assisted one as well. He's doing really well for Napoli actually at the moment. He's having he goes up and down for Napoli. I think he has really good spells and then kind of drops off a bit. He did get injured around about the time that I think at the same time that Raul Jimenez got injured, but his injury wasn't actually that bad, and he's been back. But it's taken him a while to get back from injury, but I think he's still Mexico's most potent attacker. I tweeted out last night, like, everyone's crying about the striker situation right now, but I think Trigger Lozano is going to get most goals for Mexico in this World Cup. I think he's just a potent force. There we go, Guti here from PS3. That was a really good goal actually, but offside I think it was. Like Gutierrez as well. We haven't talked about Gutierrez or any of the midfielders. We've got Gutierrez and Edson Alvarez both in the Eredivisie. Both doing well. Gutierrez obviously is in the Europa League playoffs. We played them. He played Arsenal and beat us in one game, and we beat them in the other game. But he's doing really well. Gutierrez is doing amazingly well. I think he's one of their best players now. I think he's one of the first players on their team sheet now, which is great to see. It's taken him a while. It's taken all the Mexican players really a while to get established, except for Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez just walked in and goes, okay, I'm going to score a load of goals, and what a save by Ochoa there. Yeah, I'm going to score a load of goals, and he has. I think he's got 6 goals in the Europa League, and I think he's got like 3 or 4 in the league as well. And what a goal! I mean, the replay to this is going to be funny. I don't know what Ochoa is doing. This is the worst thing he's done in 2 games. Just runs out, trips over an Argentinian player, and then obviously the goal's wide open. It's like, I was fuming. I was so angry because I was like, "What are you doing?" Ochoa's my rock at the moment. He's my best defensive player in a sense, and he's just like, "Okay, I'm gonna run out, charge out, and I'm gonna not get the ball anywhere near it. I'm gonna trip over one of their players, and then just watch as the ball goes in the back of the net." Nearly conceded another one right there. We're gonna struggle a bit, guys. We're trying to get into half time. Level, because I think they were in a bit of the ascendancy right now, and we don't want to be 2-1 down going into the second half, and obviously we go and score, which is absolutely amazing. Alexis Vega scores his very first World Cup goal, and it's going to be a big World Cup for him in real life as well. I think a lot of players, I think a lot of clubs like Wolves, there's rumours about Wolves and Liverpool and some other Premier League clubs looking at him, and if he has a really good World Cup, he really genuinely could go to Europe, go to the Premier League, no less. I'm not quite sure how long the Wolves are going to be in the Premier League because they're not doing great at all, but they've just changed their coach. I can't pronounce his name, but I think he's one of the ex-Real Madrid coaches. I think he won the Champions League with them, so he's a decent coach. So they should hopefully change things around soon. So I'd like Wolves to stay in the Premier League, to be honest with you. But yeah, if Alexis Vega have a really good tournament in real life, I think a move is definitely possible. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But it was a really good goal nonetheless. Yeah, but it's getting a bit sketchy here, guys. Obviously, I think Argentina started they ended the first half in the ascendancy, even though we managed to get a goal on them quite late on. I think Argentina are still definitely involved in this game. Messi does come off for Gonzalez, which is great. God knows why he didn't start this game. I'm not quite sure. I probably could have gone in there and changed it myself and made sure that he started, but I'm not quite sure how you do that. And I figured, you know what, it's the game's mistake. I'm not going to make things even more difficult for myself. But he should have started this game, and I think he's going to start pretty much all the games for Argentina. Depending on how far they get into the World Cup. People think that they're going to win the World Cup. I don't think they will. I just don't. I think they'll go far. I think they'll definitely get out of the groups. But whether Poland joins them or not, I think Poland's the weaker team out of the two. But I think, maybe quarterfinals, semi-finals, maybe. I just don't see them winning it. People think, it would be great. It would be a fairy tale if Messi, just before he goes to the MLS, because I think he's going to go into Miami at the end of this season. I think, people think, wouldn't it be wonderful if he wins the World Cup before before retiring, basically. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but he's notoriously bad internationally in international tournaments. I mean, they won the Copa America, recently, but that's like the first thing he's won internationally. So it's not a given that he's going to go far. I mean, if he's going to do it, he has to do it now. So maybe that finality aspect makes it more likely that he can. I just don't see it, to be honest with you. I think Brazil could win it. Their squad is just phenomenal. I think France has got a really good squad as well. Obviously, Kante's missing, Pogba's missing. I think Kante's missing. I think he's not going either. There's a whole load of injuries now. It's a little bit difficult to keep up with them, to be honest with you. But yeah, France's squad is just absolutely ridiculous. I think Mbappe's got something to prove as well. So yeah, I think France, maybe Brazil. I don't think England are going to win it. I think England will get out of the group stages. I think England and Wales will win their groups. I don't see the US going through, but stranger things have happened, I guess. But yeah, focusing on Argentina, I think they'll get far into it, but I just don't think they'll win it, to be honest with you. I just don't think they have the experience to win it, to be honest with you. But maybe I'll be proved wrong and everyone will be laughing at me in a couple of months' time. But they're trying to desperately get back into this game, and it's quite worrying because obviously we need to win this game. Even if we win against Saudi Arabia, that's not given. That's not enough. We need more than 3 points, so we need a decent win here. That was a really good interception. They were winding up to do that power shot thing. And what a move, what a pass this is to Chico Lozano, who slots it in. That was a great pass by, I believe that was Raul Jimenez, which is good. I think I'm just about to take him off. But that was a really good pass, and the fans are going crazy. It was pretty cool. The fans in this game are pretty sick. Yeah, like I said, similar to the first goal, once he's behind the defence there, they're not catching him, he's going to score all day long. So 2 goals for him now, which is great. 1 obviously for Vega. So our wide players getting in amongst the goals. Bringing on Jimenez, bringing on Lioness. They're pretty much my go-to transfer, my go-to subs, should I say. Lioness doesn't really have much. He just, in this game anyway, his shooting is a bit terrible. But he does have good passing though. He does have good pace, should I say. So yeah, so hopefully we can keep hold of this result, because obviously, like I said, we absolutely need to win this game to obviously have any hope of getting out of the groups. But it's Argentina, you know, they're a tough group. Even in professional difficulty, Argentina is still gonna be dangerous. So we've got to be careful and try and keep the ball as much as we can. Giving the ball away a lot, both teams, to be honest with you. The passing in this game is still a bit off. The control in this game, like Jimenez in particular, Raul Jimenez, he gets the ball, and when he gets the ball, you automatically press like the through pass or the long pass or something, and he takes a full 3 or 4 seconds to actually do it. So slow, and it's actually infuriating. Some of the mechanics in this game is a bit off, in my opinion, but yeah, we're going to make some more subs, guys. Obviously 2 minutes extra time. I think we're going to pretty much see this game off, should I say. Yeah, so that's the first 2 games done, guys. We're going to see you in episode 2 for the game against Saudi Arabia. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.